All right, we have a lower body mobility routine here. So all of these body areas, there are 4 of them. We're going to be doing 1 minute static compression, so a trigger point release on a ball or a roller, and then 1 minute of a pin and stretch, 1 minute of a static stretch, 30 seconds of contract relax. That's going to be 5 seconds contract, 10 seconds relax. You're going to repeat that twice. And then we're going to finish that off with a 30-second or more static stretch. So first area we're going to do is the glute. So finding a trigger point on your glute or external rotators of the hip. Trigger point's going to feel like altered sensation, so an increased pain sensation, or a referral, so that's an increased pain sensation somewhere other than the pressure. Shouldn't feel like numbness or tingling. That's a nerve. If you have that, just go ahead and move off of it. So you're going to do 1 minute of static compression, trigger point release. Make sure you're breathing. After that 1 minute, you're going to move into 1 minute of a pin and stretch. That's going to be with constant pressure on the ball. You're just going to move the limb. So this one, we're moving the hip in internal and external rotation. Doing that for 1 minute. And then the same side, you're going to follow that up with a stretch. So the opposite side is shown here on the video, but you're going to do the same side. So you do, make sure you get a pound from your buddy. You do 1 minute of a static stretch, so that's just relaxing into the position, and then 2 rounds of contract relax there, so resisting against the hand, relaxing a little bit deeper. Second round here is going to be resisting into the hand, and then relaxing a little bit deeper, and then holding that for 30 seconds or more. Next movement here is going to be the hamstrings, so place the ball. I'm going to be doing the origin or closer to the pelvis here, but you can do the hamstring all the way down the back of the leg. Increase the tension by increasing that hip angle, or you can also bend and straighten the leg. So I'm straightening there to get a little more tension on the ball to find a good trigger point. So 1 minute static hold, and then 1 minute pin and stretch. I'm still doing a static hold there. But the pin and stretch will just be bending and straightening the leg. So 1 minute of each, and then you're going to move that onto the static stretch, which is going to be on your back, supported by the band. You can also do this one in a doorway, and just breathing, letting the band pull you into that range of motion. Should feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg here. And then we're going to do contract relax cycle, so 5 seconds contract, 10 seconds relax. Every time you relax, you should be able to drift a little bit deeper into the stretch. Second round of contraction here, and then relax, and then hold that stretch for 30 seconds or longer if you'd like. Moving on here, we've got quad trigger point. So this one, I'm doing the front of the leg. You can do the inside of the leg, outside of the leg. You're aiming to treat 1 trigger point per treatment is a good goal. So you want to make a noticeable change in the tissue, and then next session you can focus on a different area. So 1 minute static compression, 1 minute contract relax here, so that's a pin and stretch. And then moving on to that treated side, you're going to stretch that, holding that 1 minute static stretch. You can play around with different hip angles, so the knees can be touching here, the knees can be a little bit further apart. That's your first round of contract relax. And then every time you relax, your nervous system is going to let you increase the tension on that limb. So you can see I just adjusted the band there to add to the stretch a little bit. Make sure you're breathing, contract, and then relax. Holding that for 30 seconds or more after your contract relax cycles. Moving on to calf. So I'm finding a lateral or outside trigger point on the calf there. Make sure you're breathing. holding that for 1 minute, and then moving into your pin and stretch, which would be toes towards the roof and then toes towards the floor, transitioning between those two movements. And then after your pin and stretch, you're doing a static stretch. So this calf stretch or dorsiflexion of the foot, you can increase the tension of this by squeezing the glute and squeezing the quad. That's going to straighten the knee and the hip. And then that's my first contract cycle, and then relax. Second one is coming here, contract, and then you can get a little bit further into the stretch. Hold for 30 seconds or more to finish it off.